I'd like to go over one of my theories when it comes to how Batman may actually defeat Bane and how things are gonna go from here. See, in issue number 10, we got to see Batman tortured for 3 months, and he got something that I don't think will ever be able to get reversed. These doctors and surgeons in Arkham were able to put a delivery system connected to his spine and brainstem. They make it pretty clear in issue 10 that physically this is all they needed to do. As the doctor of Arkham says, all that remains is for him to finally surrender in spirit. Now issue 11 is mostly just a big dream sequence where we see Bane's perfect dream. In this dream, he's able to meet up with Batman, brutalize him, mutilate him, break him in every way possible, then drag his beaten, broken body back to Arkham where they can finally finish all their tests and they can basically reconfigure Bruce into the new Bane. And if this happens, Bane can then retire, go back to Santa Prisca and live a happy life with a family, while Bruce becomes the Batman he needs to be, ruling over Gotham as the new Bane. Now Batman already has the delivery system inside his body for the Venom, but he's not broken yet even after everything Bane has done to his friends. There is still something left in Bruce and he's just not there yet. But now we know Bane's motives. And the last piece of the puzzle is how they explain what Venom does to you in the first place. Now we already know without Venom, Bane can absolutely wreck Bruce, he already has. But on it, there's nothing anyone, especially Bruce, can do to him. See, they explain in issue number 11, our intel suggests that the venom running through his veins is a mixture of acids, proteins, compound activators, and cytokines. It gives him total control over his muscles, his very cells, bent to his will. But even more astounding is the way it enhances his mind. Before, there was only so much he could learn, but now, suddenly he can hold books, whole libraries in his head. Every method of fighting, he knows. Every weapon, he knows. Every battle from ancient times to now, he knows. From the strategies of Sumerian war kings to the most current algorithmic doctrine, and he is here for you, Bruce. So once he's on that Venom, he can do anything, he knows everything. So there's nothing any normal person can really do to him. And in his bid to make Bruce like him, now Bruce has a delivery system of that ridiculous amping power. Now Bruce could get as strong or maybe almost as strong as Bane, and definitely can get as intelligent. And maybe that's the missing piece. Maybe Bruce on Venom is how he actually defeats Bane. And the writing for this would actually be really cool because we know in a way Bane wouldn't even mind losing like this because he wants Bruce to take over for him. He wants Bruce to be the new Bane. So if Bruce is able to lose himself even for a moment to defeat Bane with his own Venom, I think that'll be pretty poetic. Especially if Bruce goes off the deep end and then brings himself back in true Batman fashion, defeating Bane in multiple ways. I also think this would be a pretty good way to maybe amp his intelligence, since again, I really don't see how he'd ever be able to remove the Venom from his body. They connected it to his brainstem and spine. And I think him defeating Bane with Venom is also backed up by the flashbacks we've been getting between Bruce and Selina talking about Wayland fighting a champion named Bibbo. So in this background storyline that we've been getting, Bibbo is entirely too skilled, too strong, too fast. Croc cannot win. Bruce knows this, but he also knows his friend is not gonna listen. So in the newest issue, we got yet another one of these flashbacks, and Selina tells Bruce, if the rules aren't fair, stop playing by them. So with these flashbacks coinciding with the story every time, I feel like they're gonna have this big moment where Bruce finally stops playing by the rules, stop trying to use all of his own things, his own methods, his own rage, his own skills. Maybe he'll lean into the Venom. That would be another poetic way to end this whole Bane saga once and for all. We see in the past, Wayland defeats Bibbo by thinking outside the box and no longer playing by the rules, and in the present, Bruce beats Bane by thinking outside of the box, not playing by the rules, and leaning into the Venom. Something he's currently trying to ignore, acting like it's not a thing inside his body, something he probably doesn't want to use, but it may be the only way he can actually defeat Bane. Now here is where my issue starts, the resolution of this whole thing. I think this is a pretty good theory, I can see things going this way, but the resolution. Bane's gotta go. This cannot end with Bruce doing whatever he does to defeat Bane, standing over him and slapping some cuffs on him. Bane has already gone too far. And from what I'm hearing, Scott Snyder is saying Absolute Joker is even worse. So I'm not here saying this Batman should kill all his villains, I just don't think there should be a no-kill rule. I think it makes sense for him to have that rule against his main rogues gallery, Two-Face, Killer Croc, Penguin, even the Riddler, because they are all his childhood friends. These are people he would never want to harm, and even if he has to do battle with them, killing them would be off limits. So that cements that no-killing rule for that particular group. But every villain? No, that doesn't make any sense. And we've already seen how brutal this Batman can get when he's not trying to kill. He's already cut somebody's hand off with an axe. He dug his bat ears in the eye sockets of Black Mask. This could have killed him. Bruce is very big and very strong. Those are giant ears, so Bruce has no problem getting this brutal when he's only slightly ticked off. So there is no way, after being tortured and violated for 3 months and having your childhood friends mutilated beyond repair, that he doesn't go that one step further and murders Bane. I just don't see it, and I think they're gonna have to do some real amazing writing gymnastics to have this issue end between him and Bane's not dead. The only way I can see this happening, the only way it'll make sense, is Bruce defeats Bane, spares him, and Alfred, who in this universe is like an assassin or a spy or whatever, lights Bane the fuck up, like blows his head off. Because Alfred is not an idiot, and he will kill Bane if he has the chance. But either way, let me know how you feel about my theory. Do you think the Venom is how Bruce is gonna beat Bane? How exactly do you think this is all gonna end? Let me know in the comments, and I'll catch you on the next one.